Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
I literally just woke up a few minutes ago. They decided to drop the Mortal Kombat trailer early, but I am excited nonetheless. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat like crazy. I haven't been on the Mortal Kombat train since like Mortal Kombat 3. That's just me being honest, but I am one of the OG Mortal Kombat fans, and I love the first film that is now, hilarious, and the second film I haven't watched in a while, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So anyway, you guys don't care about that. This is a red band trailer, Mortal Kombat official restricted trailer from Warner Brothers Pictures, so I'm expecting some gore, a little bit. So here we go.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, our unit in seconds.
Oh, there go his arms.
Oh my
The
god!
target has superhuman abilities.
Is that Jax? Or just a guy who got hurt?
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Oh.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Nice.
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao!
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people we put in the ground, you will not fail. Kill them.
Oh shit!
I am Sub-Zero.
Damn right you are.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh.
Get over here.
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Oh wow.
Experiencing an IMAX. Oh my goodness gracious. Man. Oh good God, that was fun.
I mean, that looked
It doesn't feel like they're going to try to make this like a gore fest. It just seems like they're not going to shy away from it being, a little bit more violent. The original was PG-13, and they walked that line very carefully. It was violent, but it was palatable enough for PG-13. Whereas this is definitely an R. They have language in there to definitely make it an R. But it doesn't feel like you're gonna get the level of violence that you're getting out of like the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 10, the game, where the fatalities got pretty gory at a certain point. I don't think you're gonna see anything of that nature. It's not gonna be like Saw or something like that. It's more of a violent martial arts action flick. It's so fun to see this like fully realized with today's technology, with today's possibilities, because the martial arts fight scenes done at the time of the original Mortal Kombat, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those fights were choreographed, and they were cool at the time, but they were choreographed by the same guy who did the fight scenes for Karate Kid. Whereas today, like, I know the people who most likely worked on these fight scenes, and they're all dope. Like, they're all amazing individuals, and they are at the top of their class. And so it's just interesting how Hollywood has evolved to have those kinds of individuals who know how to produce like HK level fight scenes, Hong Kong level fight scenes. And so that's really neat. Scorpion is the only one where I'm like, I know that the costumes are so much better than they were in the first Mortal Kombat film, but like, Scorpion's voice, it's cheesy in the first Mortal Kombat film, but there was just like that booming resonance to it that you can't question. If I was to change anything in here, it would just be how much volume Scorpion's voice has, because even though it's sense no makes in the first one where it's like he just has the projection of a concert, it was like, get over here, you know, here it really felt like, get over here, you know, under his mask. But anyway, Scorpion was my favorite character as a kid, and to see him realized again in any capacity, I'm just excited for that. And Sub-Zero was also my favorite. I liked all the ninja characters like Reptile and all of them. I didn't really know what Air Mac's specialty was. I didn't see him in here. There were some characters who I didn't even recognize, like the main dude. I'm like, who is this guy, Cole? Like, that's what they said his name was?
Which guy?
The main Asian guy, like at the beginning, with the
yeah.
tattoo. Like I don't
forgot
even
his name.
I don't even know like who he is. Like that's a character.
Unless he's a new character.
That's entirely possible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, like don't kill me because I only watched Mortal Kombat the movie. Yeah. I was not allowed to play the game, and then when I was older, I just found the fatalities a little bit too much for me, so I never really played the games all that much.
I'm hoping that the audience is cool with Melina because it looks like she's African American here. I could be mistaken. Forgive me if I'm so off the mark there. She looks African American to me. I grew up playing. Melina and Kitana are sisters, and they just looked like either like white or Asian to me when I was playing the game. And so I'm cool with them changing the ethnicity there. I don't give a shit. I hope that it doesn't have the same kind of reaction that if they did change the ethnicity, I hope it doesn't have the same kind of a reaction that people had, you know, with Game of Thrones, with Hunger Games, when like people found out Rue was black, you know, and people had like some people had an issue with that, and if you don't think they did, you're not paying attention. So yeah, some people had an issue with that, and I didn't. I thought it was fine, and I'm cool with this. You know, I think that this is cool. Like it's no different to me than Aquaman, you know, being played by Jason Momoa. It's like Aquaman was originally like a white
blonde,
dude,
yeah.
You know, so it's just nice. Anyway, I mean, Mortal Kombat is literally the diversity of the movie. You know, you have a bunch of characters that are Asian and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I was super stoked to actually see a bunch of Asian characters. I was like, yeah, this feels right. You know, it feels cool and good.
I can't help but like consider how Kano looks compared to Kano from the first movie. He holds a special place that holds a special place in my heart because I remember what Kano in the game looks like, and then looking how he was translated onto the silver screen. I'm like, that actually looks pretty accurate. I mean, it looks cheesy by today's standards with that plate on his face. Like we recently watched it on July 4th last year. It looked awful, but at the time it's like, oh, that looks like a good, you know, it looked like it made a good transition to the silver screen, right? Here, I don't know what Kano looks like today. I don't know, like, because I haven't played the games like properly in full earnest in a long time, so maybe this looks more accurate to what Kano looks like now in the games. He still has that Aussie accent, and he's still, you know, dangerous and whatnot. That's fine. That's cool. Who was it? Kung Lao is the one that I got so excited about because I don't recall seeing Kung Lao properly in the previous films or anything. Like to see Kung Lao, like he was introduced in Mortal Kombat 2, and the strange thing is I thought he was an ascendant of Liu Kang. So,
a descendant of the, or
ascendant, like
he came before?
He came before.
Okay.
My lore might be screwed up with Mortal Kombat. Seeing Goro, like Goro was cheesy in Mortal Kombat, the film with the puppeteer. It still was intimidating as hell to watch. It was still scary. But here, I'm guessing he's just like all CGI. But it's just cool. It's like, okay, it sucks that he has to be all CGI and it's not puppeteering, but that enables you the possibility of him having fluidity, which the first Mortal Kombat Goro did not have because he's a puppet.
Right.
It's like he was scary because of how everyone looked at him and because of the music, right? The music was great for Goro in the first Mortal Kombat. I realize I'm hogging the mic here, but I don't know.
That's absolutely fine.
But here, if you played Mortal Kombat, like he had a lot more fluidity, right? And so here with the animation, he'll be able to have the same kind of fluidity he has in the games, which is smart. Like I don't think you can do Goro puppeteering wise and get that same level of like fluidness in the character.
Well, yeah, and they're going for some really cool fight scenes, like you said, you know, so it's important that he can move to keep up. Otherwise, it's just gonna make everything look bad.
Right. And so the one thing that's concerning me is the same thing that concerned me with Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is just how many characters you're seeing, right? with the first Mortal Kombat film, as cheesy as it was, they hooked into really just 3 or 4 characters. You had Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, and then if you want to count her, Kitana, right? And they were being led. They were being led by Raiden. But they weren't like Raiden. It wasn't Raiden's story. It was their story, right? And so here you've got a lot of characters with a lot of origin stories that you're covering, and that can make it a little bit convoluted if the film's 90 minutes, right? And so my hope is that they don't make the same mistake as Mortal Kombat Annihilation or any film that's like that where you just have so much going on and you just don't have anywhere to focus on. That's my only concern. It looks like the fight scenes nonetheless are gonna be amazing. You're gonna have a fight scene between Sonya Blade and Kano. So this is cool, and Raiden's back. I'm very excited for this. I'm very, very excited for this. And so anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that reaction. And I'm Jaby Koay, this is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.